Get you one. What was it, 3 or 4 weeks later, they had a 148-page script written. You know, and it was exactly what he had said it was. In other words, he wasn't lying to you in his storytelling.
Did he make it up at the table and went home?
I don't know whether he was making. No, he'd already got his idea, but he was just, giving me a thumbnail sketch. And I think you'll really enjoy it. You will.
Yeah, see the picture tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen it yet myself.
So I thought Steve was saying how it's just great. He said the theme music really is dynamite, and I think he got a little nervous when he saw the 4.5-hour cut, because apparently he felt that it could have turned into kind of an airport, the people on the plane with not enough attention given to the Delta Force, but he said the balance really works great.
Well, I don't know. I like films. So if a friend of mine's working on a bad film and he runs it for me, I'm sure I'd love it. So what I do normally is to kind of avoid a film. See, I'll be leaving Friday when it opens here. So I'll go back to Tucson and I'll catch it in a rural area with a rural audience. And I'll be the only one in there that knows anything. And I'll just listen to their reaction. And that's about the only way I can get if the film is working. Because of course, I love it because I'm in it. My friends are in it. I remember the days. Oh, that was the day when the thing. Oh, you should have. Oh, it's not on film. Oh well. You know what I mean? Because where the slate begins and ends is only maybe 10 or 15 minutes a day, and the rest of the time is yours and the things that happen and occur. So that you remember a lot of that. So as I say, I'm not very objective. And normally I watch the other actors in the film anyway, because I pretty well know what I look like.
Bill Clothier lives, and his wife lived in Arizona.
Who?
Clothier.
Is he?
Clothiers, yeah.
Where?
I think somewhere outside of Tucson, I believe.
Is it Tucson?
They lived in Studio City up until a couple of years ago. I met about 5 years ago out there.
You're amazing when it comes to details of where the person lives, too.
Because I was corresponding with him for a while. His wife is a sweetheart.
Funny little thing about Donovan's Reef. We were doing that big thing with all the canoes coming in when I make my landing with Mike Mazurki trying to let me up, poo and all that. And so we rehearsed it in the afternoon and then do it the next morning. But in the afternoon, I guess I'd had a few drinks or something. And he always came over, always smelling my breath. Check on the beard or something. And I'd say, and get those goddamn canoes back. I want them here at 6 o'clock. I said, you had them working all afternoon, Jack. You better go over and pat them on the back or they ain't going to show up tomorrow if you know anything about Hawaiians, which he does. And he said, what? And everybody went, oh, Jesus. I said, no, I'm telling you, you better do it. So he went over and he talked to all the canoers. Jesus, they all showed up and he patted them on the back. And boy, the next morning they were just right there. And so one afternoon after we made the landing, I don't know what we had to do, but we didn't do it. So they had a fish net with some shells hanging in it that Clothier was going to shoot through for some sequence. And Ford looked through the camera and he says, God, Jesus, Bill, what? Yeah. So he spent the rest of the afternoon adjusting shells on this net in front of the lens, see? So you knew he was thinking, but he didn't know it. In other words, he wasn't going to foul up the rest of the day by shooting something he couldn't use. So he's giving Clothier a composition lesson with some shells and a net. And you say, that takes a lot of guts. Plus a lot of authority to be able to do it and stall it, because Clothier knows what he's doing. He's worked with them. So the next day we came to work and did a great scene. Funny work, huh?
Did you ever think of directing?
Yeah, I guess that's why I don't do it. It's, I think I'd be too hard on the actors. I just have a funny feeling, Come on, boys. Because, I can tell when they're drifting and, people do have ups and downs. And if you catch them on a bad day and you got to do the hard scene, it might become a little cruel. Not that it is not a cruel business.
Any chance of M Squad going to home video or getting back into syndication?
I don't know. I own half of it, see. That's the problem.